from translation. ISV, International Standard Version. This 250 day of the year. Today, we are reading passages Ezekiel 25 to 27. Ezekiel chapter 25, verses 1 to 17. The Lord's message came to me. Son of man, turn your face toward the Ammonites and prophesy against them. Say to the Ammonites, listen to the message from the Lord God. This is what the Lord God says. Because you said, Aha, when my sanctuary was desecrated, when the land of Israel was made desolate, and when the house of Judah went into exile. Therefore I'm about to hand you over as a possession to the people of the east. They will set up their encampments within your borders and establish their dwellings among you. They will eat your fruit and drink your milk. I'll turn Rabbah into a pasture for camels and the Ammonite territory into a resting place for sheep. Then you will know that I am the Lord. This is what the Lord God says. Because you clapped your hands, stamped your feet, and rejoiced with all the malice in your soul against the land of Israel. Therefore, I'm about to stretch out my hand against you and give you as plunder to the nations. I will cut you off from the peoples and make you perish from the lands. I will destroy you. Then you will know that I am the Lord. This is what the Lord God says, because Moab and Seir are saying, Look, the house of Judah is like all the other nations. Therefore I'm about to expose the flank of Moab. From the cities on its frontier, the glory of the land, Beth-Jeshemoth, Baal-Meon, and Kiriathaim. I will give it along with the Ammonites to the people of the east as a possession, so that the Ammonites will not be remembered among the nations. I will execute judgments on Moab. Then they will know that I am the Lord. This is what the Lord God says. Because Edom acted vengefully against the house of Judah and was very guilty by taking revenge on them. Therefore, this is what the Lord God says. I'm about to stretch out my hand against Edom and cut off from it both man and beast. I will make it a wasteland from Teman, and they will fall by the sword as far as Dedan. I will take my vengeance on Edom by the hand of my people Israel. They will deal with Edom according to my anger and my wrath. Then they will know my vengeance, declares the Lord God. This is what the Lord God says, because the Philistines acted in vengeance, taking revenge with malice in their souls, destroying with everlasting hostility. Therefore, this is what the Lord God says. I'm about to stretch out my hand against the Philistines. I will cut off the Cherethites and destroy the remnant on the seacoast. I will execute great vengeance on them with furious rebukes. Then they will know that I am the Lord when I lay my vengeance on them. Ezekiel chapter 26, verses 1 to 21. In the 11th year, on the first day of the month, the Lord's message came to me. Son of man, because Tyre has said about Jerusalem, Aha! The gate to the peoples is broken. It has been swung open to me. I will be filled now that she is laid waste. Therefore, this is what the Lord God says. I am against you, Tyre. I will bring up many nations against you. Just as the sea brings up its waves, they will destroy the walls of Tyre and tear down her towers. I will scrape her dust from her and make her a bare rock. She will be a place for spreading nets in the middle of the sea, because I have spoken, declares the Lord God. She will become plunder for the nations, and her daughters on the mainland will be killed by the sword. Then they will know that I am the Lord. For this is what the Lord God says. From the north I am bringing against Tyre King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon, king of kings, with horses, chariots, cavalry, and a great army. He will kill your daughters on the mainland with the sword. He will set up a siege wall against you, build a siege ramp against you, and raise a large shield against you. He will direct the blows of his battering rams against your walls, and tear down your towers with his weapons. His horses will be so numerous that their dust will cover you. Your walls will shake from the noise of the cavalry, wagons, and chariots when he enters your gates as men enter a city that has been breached. With the hoofs of his horses, he will trample all your streets. He will kill your people with the sword, and your strong pillars will fall to the ground. They will plunder your riches and loot your merchandise. They will break down your walls and demolish your fine houses. They will cast your stones, your timber, and your soil into the water. I will put a stop to the sound of your songs, and the music of your harps will no longer be heard. I will make you a bare rock. You will be a place for spreading nets. You will never be rebuilt, for I, the Lord, have spoken, declares the Lord God. This is what the Lord God says to Tyre. Won't the coastlands shake at the sound of your fall? When the wounded groan and the slaughter takes place in your midst? Then all the princes of the sea will come down from their thrones, remove their robes, and strip off their embroidered garments. They will clothe themselves with trembling. They will sit on the ground, tremble continually, and be appalled at you. They will take up a lament concerning you and say to you, how you have perished, you who were inhabited from the seas, O renowned city, who was mighty on the sea, she and her inhabitants, who imposed her terror on all who live there. Now the coastlands tremble on the day of your fall. The coastlands that are by the sea are terrified at your departure. For this is what the Lord God says, when I make you a desolate city, like cities that are not inhabited, when I bring up the deep over you and the great waters cover you, then I will bring you down with those who descend to the pit, to the people of long ago. I will make you dwell in the lower parts of the earth, in the ancient ruins, with those who go down to the pit, so that you will not be inhabited or have a place in the land of the living. I will bring you to a terrifying end, and you will be no more. Though you are sought, you will never be found again, declares the Lord God. Ezekiel chapter 27, verses 1 to 36. The Lord's message came to me. Now, Son of man, take up a lament concerning Tyre. Say to Tyre, who dwells at the entrance to the sea, who trades with the peoples on many coastlands. This is what the Lord God says. You, O Tyre, have said, I am perfect in beauty. Your borders were in the heart of the seas. Your builders perfected your beauty. They made all your planks of fir trees from Senir. They took a cedar from Lebanon to make a mast for you. Of oaks from Bashan, they made your oars. Your deck they made of ivory, inlaid in boxwood from the coastlands of Cyprus. Fine linen with embroidery from Egypt was your sail, serving as your banner. Blue and purple from the coastlands of Elisha was your awning. The inhabitants of Sidon and Arvad were your rowers. They hung shield and helmet in you. They gave you splendor. The men of Arvad and Helek were on your walls all around, and the Gammadites were in your towers. They hung their shields on your walls all around. They perfected your beauty. Tarshish was your merchant because of your great wealth of every kind. They exchanged silver, iron, tin, and lead for your goods. Javan, Tubal, and Meshech were your traders. They exchanged human lives and vessels of bronze for your merchandise. Those from Beth Togarmah exchanged horses, war horses, and mules for your goods. The men of Dedan were your traders. Many coastlands were your captive market. They brought you in payment ivory tusks and ebony. Aram was your merchant because of your many products. They exchanged turquoise, purple, embroidered work, fine linen, coral, and rubies for your goods. Judah and the land of Israel were your traders. They exchanged wheat of Minnith, meal, honey, oil, and balm for your merchandise. Damascus was your merchant for your many products and for your great wealth of every kind, providing wine of Helbon and wool of Zahar. Vadon and Javan from Uzal exchanged for your goods. Wrought iron, cassia, and calamus were among your merchandise. Dedan was your trader in saddlecloths for riding. Arabia and all the princes of Kedar were your merchants in lambs, rams, and goats. In these they traded with you. The traders of Sheba and Ramah were your traders. They exchanged for your goods the best of all kinds of spices and all precious stones and gold. Haran, Cana, Eden, the traders of Sheba, Ashur, and Chilmad were your traders. They traded with you in choice garments, in clothes of blue and embroidered work, and in carpets of colored material, bound with cords and made secure, in your market. The ships of Tarshish were the carriers for your merchandise. You were filled and were very glorious in the heart of the seas. Your rowers have brought you into great waters. The east wind has wrecked you in the heart of the seas. Your riches, your goods, your merchandise, your sailors, your pilots, your caulkers, your traders, all your men of war who are in you, and all your company that is in your midst will fall into the heart of the seas on the day of your downfall. The countryside will quake at the sound of the cry of your pilots. All who handle the oar, the sailors, and all the pilots of the sea will come down from their ships. They will stand on the land. They will make their voice heard over you and will cry bitterly. They will cast dust on their heads. They will wallow in ashes. They will make themselves bald for you and gird themselves with sackcloth. And they will weep for you in bitterness of soul with bitter mourning. In their wailing they will take up a lament concerning you and lament over you. Who was ever like Tyre, silenced in the middle of the sea? When your goods came from the seas, you satisfied many peoples. With your great wealth and your merchandise, you enriched the kings of the earth. Now you are wrecked by the seas, in the depths of the waters. Your merchandise and all your company have fallen in your midst. All the inhabitants of the coastlands are appalled at you, and their kings are horribly afraid. Their faces are troubled. The merchants among the peoples hiss at you. You have come to a terrifying end and will be no more forever.